Hi guys, I'm Adam Wilborn, backstage at Wale Mania 7 with the absolute legend that is Shelton Benjamin. Shelton, how are you enjoying Wale Mania, first of all?
Loving it. You know, I don't go out much, but for this, I get to see my friends, enjoy nice music. Yeah, this is awesome.
It's a nice mix of just, it's very surreal to be in backstage here and just seeing people walk through.
Yeah, you know, for me, stuff like this is like a big family reunion, because I see guys that, even like guys like Moose. I haven't seen Moose since the last time I was in Japan. So, yeah, this is all, for me, just a fun time. Reconnect with old friends, have a ball, dance, get sweaty. Oh, and the Giants in the house.
Moose and Omos joining us right now. It's an incredible career for you, and I think you deserve a lot of credit for not getting ahead of ourselves, but at least at the time of recording, we don't know what the night one of WrestleMania 39 is going to be. Potentially a tag team title match, and you were an integral part of tag team wrestling within Team Angle. Amazing to see how that's been elevated within WWE over the last year.
Yeah, the tag team scene has been growing and improving and getting better, and just like everything else, it goes in, it ebb and flows. But right now, the tag team scene in WWE is heating up. Somebody got to get those titles off the Usos. I figured, why not me and Cedric? It's not the worst idea.
We were huge fans of the Hurt Business here at WhatCulture. It was I think it's fair to say, a roller coaster ride for you guys with Bobby Lashley as well.
Oh, absolutely. It was for me, it's one of the greatest experiences of my career. Something that I'm going to be proud of for the rest of my life. Definitely ended way sooner than any of us would have liked, but we made a mark while we made the most of the opportunities.
I think it speaks volumes that a lot of people who were calling for it to return with Bobby Lashley recently as well.
Right. Yeah, like I said, we only hit the tip of the iceberg with the Hurt Business. So, like I said, when it ended, we were all really bummed about it. But again, I'd rather be happy that I had the moment than I've never had it. So, and the fact that fans loved it and to this day are bring it back. For me, that's a feather in my cap. That's when I know I'm doing something right.
I feel bad now because I'm going to make you feel very old, because I'm going to say, you're sort of the other guy who I grew up watching wrestling with. It feels like as long as I've been watching wrestling, you've been working. And like I say, a sort of legacy career for you. Who are some of your favorite guys to work with over the years?
Favorite guys to work with. Hunter, Shawn Michaels, Kane, Carlito, MVP, Kofi, Rey Mysterio, to name a few.
Bad list, I suppose. Talk, very quickly, you mentioned Shawn Michaels there, the infamous super kick. When you're talking through that happening, or you go back through the curtain and that's happened, do you realize what impact that's going to make on the business, on a reaction thing? Because it's the thing that so many people go to after all these years.
So I remember that night after the match, when I went back into Gorilla, standing ovation from everybody, and everyone kept saying how good it was. And it was one of those things I honestly didn't really realize how good it was until, like I said, it kept getting all the fanfare because, believe it or not, I was still giddy about the night before because I had a title defense against Jericho, and that to me was an even better match that completely got drowned out because of the Shawn Michaels match. But if you go back and watch, that was one of the best performance weekends of my career, because I went Jericho one night, Shawn Michaels the next, and they were both 5-star matches in my opinion. So yeah, that was a good time. But I had no clue how big it was until, like I said, people kept saying how good it was, and I kept seeing the congratulations never died down for weeks.
Is that weird? Because someone like a Dolph Ziggler, for example, has been sort of infamous of being a brilliant bumper, and that, like you say, was just a sensational sell of that super kick.
Right.
Is that sort of a double-edged sword for someone like yourself, of you made that look so amazing, but it's not you performing, it's you selling someone else's move almost.
So yeah, I guess for me that's a double-edged sword, because yes, we created this great moment, but at the same time, yes, we celebrate the fact that I got kicked in the face. That has not escaped me. But again, I like to create memories for the fans. So whether win, lose, or draw, and I mean, my approach whenever I approach the Money in the Bank matches and things like that, I always want to leave the fans with something to remember me by. Win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
So that was pretty unforgettable.
Well, I think you're one of the reasons why Money in the Bank effectively became its own pay-per-view, because it was such a momentous occasion. It was like, that can't just be sidelined as a part of WrestleMania. That has to be its own thing.
Well, the fun thing, like I said, it started as an experiment.
Yeah.
So the fact that, I was in there with the first one, like I was a young guy, so I was just listening and following orders for the most part.
Kane,
right. Me, Kane, Christian, Jericho, he who will not be mentioned, Edge, and believe it or not, most people forget this, but there were 6 guys in the match, but there was a silent 7th guy, because people forget that Tyson Tomko was involved with that match very heavily. So it was a whole lot of fun, man. And just putting it together. I say this all the time. I credit all of that to Edge and Jericho, because they would just come up to me and ask me stuff like I was they treated me like a PlayStation game, and they would just control me. Can you do this? Yes. Okay. Well, we're going to put this here. And for me, I was just a big kid having fun.
Now, you mentioned Rey Mysterio there with some of the legends that you work with. Obviously, he's going into the Hall of Fame this weekend. More than deserved, of course. He's such an influence across the industry.
Absolutely. Rey Mysterio, he's a household name. He's the greatest mask to ever live. And like I said, I love the guy. He's a great person in and out the ring. So it's really sad to see how far his son has has gone off the rails. But, spoiled kid. But whip that ass, Ray.
Yeah, it's a hell of an exciting experience. For me personally, like, one of my early experiences of watching you was with your mom. You're a father now. Personally, I've just found out I'm going to be a father this summer.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Any advice?
Any advice? Well, learn patience. It's going to be hard, and it's going to change your life. Because the minute that child is born, the first thing you're going to go is, I cannot imagine my life without this little person who just, and for me, like my daughters they're my world, and they're probably what keeps me on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
So they were nothing but a benefit to me. So hopefully you have a similar, if not a better, parenting experience.
I'm just enjoying the sort of lay-ins whilst I can, basically. You've been in this industry so long now. A couple of things that we're asking everyone when we try and interview over WrestleMania weekend. The sort of craziest, weirdest fan experience that you've had?
Oh, wow. So...
that you're allowed to tell, at least.
No. I'm allowed to tell, but it wasn't with WWE. It was when I left WWE and I was on the Indies for a while, and I took a couple of trips to Nigeria.
Oh, wow, okay.
And basically, I saw some things I'd never seen before, like preachers who can exorcise demons and things like that, and guys going crazy in the church. Like it was weird, wacky, and wonderful.
I think that's the best way of putting it. And final question: we are here for WrestleMania 39. WrestleMania Goes Hollywood. Final question for you, Shelton. In the film of your life, who plays Shelton Benjamin?
In the film of my life, I'm honestly, no, I can't. The guy I would like to play, he kind of just got in trouble, so I don't want to say his name.
Okay, yeah. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He was in a real popular boxing movie that came out recently.
Indeed.
But I don't want to bury him because I don't bury people. Wow, you really. Michael John White still acts right. I want someone that actually can kick some ass. So yeah, I would love to play Michael John White and have him play me. So I like him. Michael B. Jordan. He's too pretty for me. I'm a little roughneck. He's a little too pretty to play me, but.
Well, Shelton, I'm sure you could do a fantastic job. A pleasure to chat to you. Thank you so much, and enjoy WrestleMania weekend.
Thank you. You guys enjoy it too. And I'll be watching. Oh, also, tell Simon we're going to talk about those ups that he be giving and those downs. So, Simon, I'm looking for you. You dipped out when you were interviewing Woods, but I watch every Tuesday I go and watch him count those ups and count those downs, and so
it's all him. That's all him.
yeah,
We're in trouble here.
we're gonna have to talk about my ups.